It's morning. It's late morning. I don't even know what time. But it is morning on a Sunday, and I am working. I'm booping the nose of my favorite reselling friend. Hold on. Boop. We don't like boops. Woo. 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 Reach. Reacher. Woo. Woo. Good boy. This is where I work sometimes. So, chronic illness, it's, autoimmune stuff, and it affects my joints. So mornings are bad. Mornings are full of inflammation and coffee. I'm trying to wake up. And I've eaten some breakfast, so I'm going to take my anti-inflammatories, except for my pill case is not full. So I'm going to fill my pill case with the appropriate medicines. Oh, it's like the most annoying part of the week. Ooh, so I will be doing that. That's not fun. But what I am doing that's reselling related is I'm sitting here and I'm getting some listings live. I'll make drafts and I'll mark them ready in Vendoo with a tag. And then I'll go the next day, find what's ready, and list. So I'm doing that as well as getting some mostly shoes listings ready to go live the next day. And I'm watching my reselling peeps. So right now I'm watching Jack from Jack and Ryan. I will watch garage sale videos and what solds while I do this in the background, and it gets me in work mode, even though I'm still in my pajamas and still in bed. It's always good to have your best friend beside you while you work. He likes to watch resellers as well. He likes the ones with dogs, and he loves Sasha from the Philly Flipper, or he hates her, I'm not sure, but he gets very excited either way. I'll be back to show you some things that are more interesting than just me sitting at a computer watching TV in bed. Okay, I am out of bed, I'm dressed, and I'm getting another cup of coffee. That's my mug with my old German Shepherd on it. And I drink this concoction with coconut stuff. So, let's grab it and go. We're going to walk through the living room and go to my reselling room. I have 2 rooms that I work out of. And I'm taking you in the dark. My dad and my husband are watching movies on this Sunday morning. It is actually New Year's Eve day, the day of New Year's Eve. And so they're just hanging out watching movies. And this is my main reselling space. It's where I keep all my inventory. It's where I photograph, and it's where I hang out with, of course, Reacher. He's got access to his backyard from here, and so he spends a lot of time with me, either in my bedroom or in this room. He's usually with me. Just kind of showing you around the piles of stuff to list. He wants a treat. And I'll sit down and make a list of all the things I need to pull, and then this is me in fast motion pulling a few more items that I need to ship out for this day. Actually, nothing needs to actually go out this day. I'm just going to ship in advance. So now I'm in my shipping space. It's an office I share with my husband. He works from home. And this side, the messy side, is mine. So let's get to shipping. I will show screenshots of what I'm sending out. This first item is a Christopher & Banks embroidered sweater. It's new old stock, and I made a total of $30.51 after fees and everything. I'm just shipping it in a poly mailer, and it is going out USPS Ground Advantage. I am dancing because I'm done with my first item, I guess. I don't even know. I don't remember. But yeah, that was sold on eBay. You can't hear me, but I'm chatting about how I go ahead and take care of my bookkeeping while I'm shipping. So in Vendoo, I will add in the shipping amount, the cost of goods is already in there, but I will add the marketplace fees and the total price sold, just so that's all taken care of daily or as I ship and I don't get behind on it. Okay, getting you a better angle so you can actually see how I'm packaging things up. I do use thank you stickers and coffee. Always coffee. Okay, finding the next item, and it's going to be these McCall's iron-on transfers, just a vintage book of them. I made $5.12 profit. They're going to go out in a poly mailer as well. My cost of goods was just 50 cents for these, and they also sold on eBay. Oh, instead of a poly mailer, I use a padded one, just to give it a little bit more protection, so it doesn't get bent. And I think I was chatting about how these could have gone out media mail, possibly, but I just wasn't sure. And so I played it safe and sent it out USPS ground. This next one is the best sale for that week. It is a Disney Prince John stuffed animal that is apparently hard to find. So I made a good profit on that. $41.69, and I paid about $6 for it. I'm going to put it in a box just so it has some more protection than putting it in a poly mailer. You don't know if somebody's going to give this as a gift and want the tag to be as unbent as possible, so I pack it up nicely. Plus, they paid, $75.21 total with, shipping cost and everything, so I feel like it deserves a box. I get eBay boxes from eBay using my store discount. Next, this is a really cool vintage scarf that I got at the Goodwill bins. It has like horses and things on it. My profit was $15.77. My cost of goods was about 80 cents that day at the bins, and it also sold on eBay. It took a while to sell, but it's a really pretty scarf and probably cost me even less than 80 cents when all is said and done. I just use a poly mailer to ship this one out. Okay, this next one is a Poshmark sale, and I switched to using a USPS shoebox because it's a pair of Converse shoes. I made a total profit of $17.98 on these. These classic Converse, the black and white low top ones, I'll pick those up if they're in good shape because although they don't sell for a lot, they do sell fairly quickly, and these were a men's size 13. I'm just filling in the bottom using a bunch of recycled packing materials that I got from a lady in my neighborhood. She's been saving her stuff for me. And I've even started using shopping bags because I'm like, you know what? If they're willing to buy used shoes, they probably don't mind if something is recycled. And I actually put a recycling sticker on there so that they know that I use recycled packaging. This sale is a Poshmark sale. It's a Talbot's sweater, a plus size one, and I picked this up during a sweater sale in Denver, Colorado, where I moved from just a couple of months ago. So I'm going to be putting this in a padded flat rate envelope because you can use any USPS packaging for Poshmark sales, and I really like the padded flat rate envelope for clothing that will fit in there. I made $14.12 on this. That sweater sale, everything was $1. Each sweater was $1, so it cost me $1.08. Alright, I gotta go and get an item I forgot to pick. This is a car seat adapter. Baby Jogger is the brand, and I've sold a couple of these adapters, different pieces actually. This sold on Poshmark, so I can use any box, but I have to find one that will work with this. So I end up getting up and going to the garage and finding this old Walmart box, again from my neighbor who's been saving materials for me. And it's pretty much perfect. I just have to put some padding around it to make sure it doesn't move around. Amazon probably wouldn't, but I'm going to. Speaking of Amazon, I really like to use those air pockets. That's what I call them. I don't know what you call them. Those giant bubbles. They're not giant bubbles or small pillows, whatever you want to call them, filled with air. And I seal this up with some priority mail stickers from the USPS, covering up any old labels and stuff, because it is Poshmark and it is going priority. That's it for that day. I will clean up my area before I leave for the day, taking any bits of paper that I can shred and use as future packing material, and ripping them up and putting them in my shredder. I also put all my packages in a bag and tidy up the area before I leave. So it's time for lunch. I go make myself some chicken stir fry, and then I take a break, probably a nap, get some makeup on, and I record a video for you guys for my channel. It's going to be a garage sale haul, and here I'm posing for my thumbnail images. Just pose with some of the products in case I want to use one of those pictures. And then, you know, the deal. I don't have to show you guys this whole thing. There I go, talking about my items. And after this, I will probably take another break. And I don't know, at some point, I get back to work later in the evening and I do some photographing, which you will see. Poof, we are back in the reselling room. I've got my hair up and ready to work. I cannot work with my hair down. It's just impossible. So now, fast motion, this is me getting ready to list. I'm not getting ready to list, I'm photographing. I just use the camera on my phone. I guess most people do. I do it in square mode so that I don't have to crop. And I will take pictures of measurements. I'll jot down on a notepad like what bin I'm putting things in, so that way I can put that SKU number in Vendoo. I do put everything in a plastic bag just to protect it, and I'll put a sticker on it, and then I'll weigh it, and then put it in the bin. I will put up some pictures of what I'm photographing right now. It looks like this is all stuff from a garage sale haul, a haul video that you may have already seen or may be seeing in a few days after this one. I'm not sure when these will be coming out. I just use a regular ruler to measure hard goods, and then I use a flexible measuring tape for clothes. Can't really see everything I'm photographing. That's too bad. Sorry for the angle. There it goes in the bag. And I do probably waste a lot of plastic, but just makes for a better customer experience and a better experience for me when I'm storing things. I will drop the background on these using Photoroom. I have a subscription to it, and so you'll see me put things up against the wall. Those are the photos I'm going to use for Photoroom. They just turn out a little bit better if I have a solid background. And sometimes I don't drop the background because I've got, you know, the table and the wall. That's fine too. But if I can make it a little bit sharper, I will. I take pictures of all angles, and I take close-ups of any details or flaws that you might see. I want to make sure I'm very thorough. I try to use as many pictures as I can. I know some people are more minimalist. I've never been a minimalist in my life. Not at all. If you've been following me for a while, then you know that I started off with clothes, and really only clothes. I've been doing a lot more home goods, and one of the reasons why is because I can do this sitting down. And, you know, with my autoimmune issues flaring up, standing for a long period of time or bending over or, you know, even getting up and down from a chair repeatedly is just not going to work for me. So if I can work sitting down, that's a lot better. Here I am using a hairdryer to loosen some stickers off of these tins. If you guys don't know that, if you heat up the stickers that they put on things for price tags, they'll peel right off much more easily. But you have to do it before you start peeling, or else it can mess it up. And then I'm using Goo Gone to get some of the residue off. And I just use baby wipes to wipe things down. I use some that I picked up from Amazon. So when I do photograph clothes, I have to do it in smaller batches. That way I don't overextend myself and hurt my joints. But I also can't sit for long periods of time. It's a really weird illness. If I sit too much, then I hurt even more. You're damned if you do and damned if you don't with this. And that was it for the day. I am just getting some things ready for the next day's photo shoot, and I'll probably go back to bed. Good night, y'all. Thanks for joining. Nature. I went to ball. Yeah. Sweet boy.